Hi, welcome back to the Board Game Spotlight. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Derek.
And today we are going to be playing and reviewing Euphoria, Ignorance is Bliss from Stonemaier Games. So this is the expansion to Euphoria, which was one of Jamie's first games that was still on Kickstarter, and they've just released the Ignorance is Bliss expansion. So this gives us some new cards, some new markets. It also includes an automa. We will not be using that today. We will just be using the upgraded board.
Yep.
So let's take it to the table and we'll tell you about it. Okay, so we are in a dystopia, and you, as a member of that dystopia, have figured it out. So you've decided to stay, you have alliances with other factions, and you are trying to help bring utopia to your people, I guess. So you're trying to put out authority markers. That's the endgame trigger once you have 10 authority markers out there. And you're just trying to make your world a better place, because right now it's not so good.
Right. Well, you found out that you were living in a dystopia.
Yeah.
Like everything you once thought you knew was a lie.
All lies.
And so now you're trying to work to make it into what you thought it once was.
What you want it to be.
Exactly. And that is what we're going to do as we play Euphoria.
So Euphoria is a worker placement with dice. So we have 2 to start out, and we can gain more. We'll talk about that in a minute. On your turn, you have 3 different actions you can do. So the first thing you can do is place a worker. You may play 1 dice unless you have rolled multiples at the same time. Then you can put that dice out, however many multiples. If you have 1, 2, 3, whatever, you can put all of those out, and then you would take that action that many times.
Right.
So the first thing you can do is go to commodity areas. So each of the different factions has a commodity area where you will gain 1 resource, in this one case 2, and then it has a different action that we'll explain when we take it.
And all of these areas also are like a range of numbers. So like if you place 5 to 8, you get this. If you put more than 9 in that location.
So in those cases, if you're going to a generator, you can place multiple dice to get up to that 9.
Right. Additionally, there are tunnels where you can pay the component for the tunnel, and you're going to move the construction worker or that tunnel miner a space forward towards the end of that tunnel, and then you're going to gain one of the listed resources of your choice.
Yes. We also have construction sites, so as you can see throughout their board, it takes 2 to build in a 2-player game. So we have 4 different options of things to pay. Once 2 are there, we would flip the tile over. If you help to build it, you're automatically going to place an authority token out there. If you did not, you will suffer the penalty written on the bottom, unless later on during the game you can get an authority marker on there, which would negate the penalty.
Right. And one of the ways you can do that is by using an artifact market. So there are 3 artifact markets on the board, and you pay the listed, 4, yeah. You pay the listed amount of artifact cards, and then you get to place an authority token. Now you can choose to place an authority token in this territorial marker, or if one of these construction sites is open and
does
constructed,
not have one of your authority markers, you can add it there as well.
So that you don't take that penalty.
Obviously, once the markers are built, those become a space that you can use instead of the construction site, so that's another place that you can go. And the last place you can go is the worker activation tank. So you can either shock your worker awake and take him, or you can give them water to replenish them and take them.
And that's important because when you shock them, they lose knowledge, which you don't necessarily want all of your workers to have knowledge, because
it's a fine line that you're going to toe.
You know, I mean,
yes.
Knowledge is power. So
that's how you place workers. The second thing you can do on your turn is to retrieve any or all workers. The way you do this is you're going to pay either 1 food or 1 bliss, and if you do it that way, you're going to gain 2 morale. So that's your heart track. If you don't have that, or you choose not to, you can take all your workers back, but you're going to lose 1 morale.
Right, and morale being the hearts on our listed player board. So this key here tells us exactly what happens there.
And your morale is linked with your hand size. So that's important to know.
And also, when placing the workers earlier during the placement phase, if you do 2, 3, or 4 of a kind, you have to pay a morale for each of the dice you place beyond the first. So if you were going to place 2 dice, you'd have to pay 1 heart, 3 dice, 2 hearts, and 4 dice, 3 hearts.
Additionally, when you take your workers back, you immediately roll them, and you're going to do what's called a knowledge check. So anytime you take your dice back, or if your dice gets bumped, you roll them. So that's where the knowledge track comes in. You're going to add up the pips on your dice with wherever you are on the knowledge track, and then if it is greater than or equal to 16, you're going to lose your highest worker. So that's where the knowledge comes in. You don't want them to know too much because then they're going to get scared and run away.
I mean, it's
checks
true.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing you can do is only a one-time action. We all were dealt this ethical dilemma. I'm not going to show it to you because we have different ones. Once per game on your turn, you may flip it over and you can pay the 2 artifacts shown, or pay the artifacts shown, or 2 random artifacts. And then you can choose one side or the other. So one side lets you place one of your authority tokens on it, and the other one lets you get 2 recruit cards, and you're going to keep one and discard one. So those are your 3 actions that you can do. Once everyone has placed all 10 of their authority tokens, that's the end of the game. It ends immediately. There may be a tie because there are ways that 2 people can place authority at the same time. In that case, we'll get to the tiebreaker. I don't think we're going to have that happen, though.
Yep, it's a race to 10, so who can be the most efficient and get there first?
The first player is whoever has the highest pips.
We also have to start by
I only got 4,
choosing our 2 recruits, right?
So at the beginning, everyone is dealt 4. You're going to choose 2. One is going to be face up, and the second one is not going to get face up until we either make it here on one of the tunnels or here on the allegiance track.
Right.
So
Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to
have Pemhitzai the Reader. She is part of the Subterranean faction.
Put that over there.
With my other ones, yep.
Okay, so I have Samuel the Zapper, and Samuel the Zapper says, after you place a worker, I can pay 1 lightning to retrieve any number of workers from commodity areas. If I do, gain a morale. So he is a recruit from Euphorian.
Okay, so after I pay to gain either a book or glasses, I may leave the artifact on the bazaar and instead gain 3 commodities.
Right.
So this is something new. We haven't played with this before because this is also part of the expansion. Instead of just drawing cards off the top of the deck, you can pay for specific ones. So the way this works, if you want just the free one, you would just take it. As soon as you take it, they all slide down and a new one comes up. And if it's what you want, you can pay 2 resources to take it or 1 here.
Right.
I mean, it's just to give you more variety instead of like randomly getting the top of the deck every time, hoping that the one you want pops up.
Right. Well, and that's important because turning in 2 of the same artifact is stronger than having like 3 random. In fact, you can pay 2 of the same artifact to bypass where it says 3 random. So if you could actually spend 2 of the same to place an authority marker instead of having to do 3 random. So again, that's important to be able to have that choice. So all right,
you roll your dice. I rolled a 4.
I have a 12.
Wow, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Literally
like one more and he would lose one. Obviously it's set at 3 so that if you do roll a 12, you don't bust on the first turn. Because that would be terrible if you only had 1 die.
Crazy.
But you are going first, sir.
I am going to go first. That is pretty epic. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain a water and lose a knowledge.
Okay, now I have to decide what I want to do. Oh, I rolled doubles.
You did roll doubles.
I'm going to go to the aquifer and do it twice.
Okay, so you have to pay a heart.
I can't because I only, okay.
Oh yeah, you have no hearts to pay.
I only have 1 heart. Okay, so I'm going to go, I will get a water.
And you're going to raise.
And I will raise, well, you should have too.
Yep. So no, because I went to a 6. It doesn't raise.
Oh, you're right, because I went to the 4.
So the allegiance track,
yes.
We didn't actually really talk about the allegiance track.
We'll talk about it now because it's happening.
All right, so tell us about it.
If you go to the first space on the generator, aquifer, form, or cloud mine, you move these allegiances up. So you move the allegiances up, and once you hit this token, it comes out, and when you go to one of those spaces, you get 2 or 3 in the case of a 9+ of those resources. Same thing if you get to the tunnel one, you're going to, instead of choosing either or, you're going to get both. And then when you get here, you can flip your second faction card depending on which faction it is. So if you are a Euphoria, once you hit if your second one is that, you're going to flip it over. If you get to the end of the track and you have that type, so if you have a Euphoria and it's all the way at the end of the track, you're going to put 1 of your authority tokens on that person.
Right. So diversifying your recruits is an important thing to do.
Or you could double up because both of them would get a authority.
True. You could do that.
You know, depends on the cards you get dealt. Depends on your strategy. Okay, Derek, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to get a water, and I'm going to lose a knowledge.
Whoa. I need some food. I will go get a peach, which is the food, and we're going to move the wasteland up one.
Okay, I'm going to return my workers, and I don't have a food to pay, which means I'll lose a heart. And the hearts are your hand limit. So if I had any cards in my hand, I would have to discard them. I would not be able to have them because I have 0 morale. But you can get up to 6 morale, which means you can have up to 6 cards in your hand.
Okay, I too need to bring my workers back. I, however, have a food, so I'm going to discard that, and I will put my heart up too. So I'm at 3 morale. So as soon as you retrieve them, you roll them. So I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10, not close to that 16.
I'm at 8.
Okay.
So I'm definitely not there either. So I'm going to come here and get a water, and I'm going to move the aquifer up 1. So we're going to go here. So that actually unlocks that.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to go... I'm going to go get a Bliss. So that is the drug that keeps everyone happy in Euphoria. So I have a 6, so I'm going to gain 1 Bliss.
And
I'm
knowledge.
Also going to lose a knowledge. Yep.
Now you can't go below 1 knowledge. So once you're at 1.
So if you want to take an action that would push you below 1, you cannot do it. So you have to have the knowledge to be able to spend it.
Right.
So you also have cards that might be able to, you know, trade in resources and gain 2 knowledge or lose 2.
And that's for knowledge, but not for morale then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go here. I'm going to gain 2 morale. And I'm going to get my worker.
Pay 3?
3 water.
To get your 3rd?
For my 3rd worker.
So the max amount of workers you can have in this game is 4. So you start with 2 of them, and then you can gain the other 2.
Okay.
Okay, what do I want to do? I have a 1. You know what? I will go here, get 2 water, and move that up.
Okay. I'm going to go to the farm. That's going to give me a food. And we're going to move the this faction up. Whoops. No, just there.
I'd already moved that.
Oh, you'd already moved it once? You went to the farm? Oh, yeah. So it's going to unlock?
It is going to unlock.
And we're going to put that there. I wondered. You did go there earlier.
I did. Okay, so I had to take mine back. I'm going to pay a Bliss to move up the heart twice and take both of my peeps back. Can you get my Icarus one?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I have to roll them.
Okay.
I am at 9, 10, 11.
All right. I'm taking my workers back. I'm going to pay a food to move up 2 morale. So I go to 4 and take them back.
You have 3 now.
I do have 3 of them, and I'm going to roll them. And I'm at 6, 12, 13. So I'm good.
Okay. I'm going to put my 4 here. I'm going to spend 3 water to get a new worker. I'm going to roll them, and 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm good.
And don't forget to get 2 morale off that if you didn't.
You are correct. So I am at my max of 6.
Correct. I am going to, okay, so I have 2 3s that I rolled, so I could do that, but I'd have to pay a morale to place both of them. But that may not be a bad idea. Bliss is helpful. So is 6. Actually, that's good. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to play morale. Well, I'm going to pay a morale to place these 2 3s, which are going to activate for 2 electric,
2 power,
2 powers, and the Euphoria is going to go up twice, which unlocks here. So that's going to go there.
Okay. I'm going to put a 2 here. I'm going to get 2 water. I'm going to move the subterranean up 1. Go ahead.
I'm going to place the 6 over here. I'm going to pay a power to gain a gold. So this is a commodity. And I'm then going to activate my ability, which says after I place a worker, I can pay a power to retrieve any number of workers from my commodity areas if I do from commodity areas. So
that's me.
This is a commodity area. So I could return these 2 workers from the area. If I do, I gain a heart or a morale.
Okay.
So I will gain a morale for that.
Can you immediately roll that?
I do. And that would be a 6. I'm good.
Okay. So I am going to go to the subterranean tunnel. I'm going to spend 1 water.
Yeah, this should have moved up 1, by the way.
Okay. I'm going to move him along. And I'm going to take, I think this is iron. Iron, gold, and
Okay.
Bronze or brick.
All right.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to place a 5 here.
On the gold?
On the gold. And I'm going to pay my gold.
Well, I have to take mine back. I'm not paying anything, so I'm going to lose a morale. And I will roll. Okay, so 12, 17, 18, 19. Okay,
so you busted.
I busted. So in that case, I'm going to lose my highest worker, which is a 6. He's going to go back here. I'm going to keep my 2.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I'm going to place
they just got too smart for their
a
own
1
good.
here. I'm going to grab 2. It's now 2 food because...
You unlocked
Yep,
it?
and
okay.
actually this is going to move up twice. So we move that there.
Okay,
Or I'm sorry, just once. It only moves once.
Yep. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay this resource. And we are going to build this building.
Cool. So we both get an authority marker.
We both put one out there.
Tell us what it does.
Okay, so the Institute of Orwellian Optimism. So this kicks them back, by the way. So 5.
3.
So if you pay a balloon, a lightning, and a bliss.
You can place an authority marker and move.
And move the track up.
And move the track up.
Yep.
And then, so if one of us hadn't put an authority token there, the negative effect is after rolling workers, treat each worker that rolled 1 or 2 as 3s during the knowledge check. So that's kind of rough.
That's pretty painful.
But we're both there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, I'm the one who built that, so it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to get my... Oh, wait, I guess this one got kicked back to me.
It did get kicked back.
What do I want to do with this guy?
I don't know.
You know what? I need some electric. Electric power. So I get 2 of them, and we're going to move Euphoria up once.
Okay. I am going to take this guy. I'm going to go get 2 water and 5, so I'm going to lose a knowledge. So
Okay.
2 water. Oh, I have my own, babe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Thank you, though.
I'm going to...
Trying to take care of me. How
Yeah,
sweet.
you know. I'm going to return my workers, paying a food, so I gain 2 morale. So I go up to 6. I'm going to roll. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. 7, 8. Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to go get 2 food and move. Oh, no, I'm going to lose.
You're going to lose them. You
I
cannot.
can't. Ah.
You cannot.
That is super unfortunate. So I have a 6. So I cannot go gain any of that stuff. Oh, well, I guess I'll move the tunnel along.
Move in the tunnel.
Pay it water. And I'm going to take one of these resources. Okay, well.
I'm going to move this tunnel along. I'm going to get a gold. And that tunnel will progress by 1. Did I pay? Oh, I paid a food when it should have been... Oh, no, I didn't pay the power. There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to have to move my morale once to gain these people back. So 6, 7. Okay,
so it's my turn. I'm going to use my 5 to bump my own worker. It comes back and I have to roll it. So a 2, 3, plus 1 is 4. And I'm going to pay the power to then gain a gold. Like that. And we progress this, the miner, which when we cross these symbols...
You flip over your worker, if that is what it is. That's an Icarite.
Yes. You flip over if it matches your
So obviously...
card.
It does not match.
It doesn't.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to go get some food. So I need 2 food, and we're going to move the, that up.
Okay. I'm going to place, what do I want to get? You know what, that's what I'm going to do. So let's go here and pay a gold.
Okay, I'm going to go here, gain 2 water. We're going to push them up.
All right.
The subterranean.
I'm going to go here and pay a gold.
Okay, I need to take my workers back, so I'm going to pay a food, go up 2, roll them. So 5, I'm good.
I also need to take my workers back, paying a food, gaining... Oh, you know what? No, I'll actually pay the morale because
You're at max anyway.
Yeah, I'm maxed out anyway, so let's roll this. Oh, what's it going to be? Oh, a 5. 6.
Okay. I am going to... I don't have the resources to help pay for one of those, so I have to go pay a peach, move this guy down, and get this resource.
Okay. I'm going to bump you out of here. pay the peach to gain a, I guess, what is that, brick?
Or bronze. I'm not even, it looks like brick. At the farm, yeah, it's probably brick.
Do I have any? I don't. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you
there
have
it is.
them mixed up.
I was putting them in the wrong location. Just confusing myself. Okay, I got my brick.
I'm going to go here. Oh, that was a 4.
What does it matter?
No, it doesn't. We're going to build that.
So we're going to build this one?
So I'm going to spend that, yep.
All right.
Automatically
so
comes
we
back.
both get an authority token.
Yes.
A 3.
Okay, so you have to pay a viticulture box and this brick, is what I'm going to call it. And you can, oh, this scoots over.
Yep.
You're going to
so
move
again,
that
it's
up.
your authority token.
Place a star
or move
there.
that. You can only gain artifacts of a kind you don't already have.
That would be the penalty. We're
Right.
both on it. No penalty for either of us.
Except Lizzie now has a penalty because I am finishing this by myself. So this says you must you must have less than 6 knowledge to bump your own workers. If you do, you gain a knowledge. That's evil. Well, have fun with that one.
Well, I haven't bumped my own workers, so I'm not too worried about that.
All right, and then I have to roll these 2. That's a 3, and I have a total of 4 knowledge.
Okay.
After you.
I'm going to go... Yeah. Here. Pay water. Gain a card. So I'm going to take this one.
So does the Icarite not have any way of moving the tunnel?
No. It goes up there. And all their spaces have it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, you grabbed one. I was thinking about going over there grabbing some artifacts. You already jumped on it. You got a teddy bear. Now, those are hidden information, right? You can keep them off the side, yeah.
It is.
But obviously, I saw what you drew.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that track, you can draw from the top of the deck. No, you have to draw from the market.
You have to draw from the market.
Right.
There is a free space on the end, but if you're going for pairs, obviously.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay. Man, what do I want to do?
I don't know.
I know, right? I got an authority token out there. I think what I want to do is, that's a baseball bat and a brick. So, I want to draw a card, but I need to pay for it. There's no other places to draw cards for free. So I'm going to...
Looks like you need some resources.
I do need some resources. Let's go with a couple food. Some peaches, whatever we're calling these.
Okay, I am just going to take mine back because I can't use this to bump myself, and I can't use this here because I have the knowledge. So I'm just
You can't bump yourself?
No, because of the less than 6 knowledge.
Right.
4.
Okay. I'm going to do this, bump myself there, roll this. That's a 3. Pay a peach to gain a card, and I would like this baseball bat.
Okay. I'm going to put my 4 here. Gain 2 water and move the subterranean up 1.
Okay, so if you have the card that matches, you could go ahead and spin that.
Also,
yes.
This moves up.
Oh, because you went there?
Yeah.
Wait,
why'd you move that?
Oh, my bad. Not that.
No, you moved this.
This. Okay, so
that means
this is
that's what we're going after.
So now, instead of when you go to the subterranean tunnel, this token is going to allow you to take both actions instead of the or.
You can get a card and the commodity resource.
So that actually becomes even nicer.
Yeah.
Even better.
Better. Okay. That was my turn.
When I came up here to get my peach earlier, I should have gotten an extra peach, and I also should have moved this up to give this one as well. So I don't want to forget that. So I'm now going to go here and bump myself, rolling this die, which is a 1. And I'm going to get a brick, and I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to... That's a good question. What do I want? So there's no viticulture box. There's just no... There's no balloons.
There's balloons.
Oh,
the
yeah.
The first one's
balloons.
free.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let me pay a peach for that.
Okay. I am going to go here. I'm going to pay water, gain the corresponding resources, and I get my bear.
You got your teddy bear. Nice.
Grab it. Okay, these all move down.
Okay. Oh, wow. Books.
And glasses.
Wow.
And other books.
Books and books. Okay.
We smart people.
I'm going to go over here to this location. So I pay a baseball bat, I pay a brick, and I get to place an authority token in that location.
Okay.
Oh, also, the Euphorite moves up one. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take my workers back. I don't have anything to pay, so I'm going to lose one. I'll roll them for 6, 7. I'm good.
All right. I'm also bringing my workers back, but I'm not paying for them, so I'm going to lose a morale. Going to roll all of these. 6, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay 2 teddy bears, so that's the same as 3 random. And I'm going to put my authority marker
on the market
here. And we're going to move the Euphorite up, and now you can do both when you go to the tunnel.
I like it.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so Bliss is up there. So I can get a Bliss, and I can move the Icarite up. So Bliss, and move them up.
Okay, I'm going to go activate person, so I have 3 water. I'm going to take this person. Oh, I
so you
get
got
2
one
hearts.
of your workers back? Yeah.
A 1.
Nice roll. Okay, a 6, and I need to get lightning. So I need to use the 1. Get 2 lightning.
And move Euphoria up.
Yeah, move them up 1.
Okay, I'm going to go to the wasteland, get 2 peaches, and move the wasteland up 1.
Okay, so I have the 6. I can go to this location. I can pay the balloon, and then I pay the power, and the bliss to move the subterranean. Well, subterranean is what it says. Plus, place an authority star. So, authority token right there.
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna pay food. Take that one's not mine. Take my peeps back. Roll them. Roll well, because I just got you back, dudes. Haha. 8, 9, 10. I'm good.
I have to take mine back. I'm gonna lose a morale, and I get these back. Where's my other one at? Oh, it's up here, hanging out in the with the Icarites. So 6, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the wasteland. I'm gonna pay food. I'm going to get both resource and a card. I'm just gonna take the free one.
Got a peach chilling out over there.
Yeah, it fell out.
The markets.
And actually, my reader says after. Oh, I didn't pay to gain. I took it for free, so that one would not count.
But what is your power for your reader?
If I take glasses or a book, I can I can leave it and take 3 resources, commodities instead.
That's awesome.
So I can take peach, water, bliss, or power, not the bottom ones.
I'm gonna put a new card out.
I suppose I can do that.
Oh my goodness, glasses and books.
I shuffled them.
Let's see. I'm going to place this 6 here to pay a power to get a gold and a card, and I would like the glasses, please.
The free ones, or do you want to pay 2 for them?
Heck no, just give me the free one. And this moves this construction miner up 1.
Okay.
This is crazy. I mean, I saw you shuffle them, so we're shuffled.
It happens. I mean, okay, so you're done?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to get 2 water and move this subterranean up.
Okay. I'm going to place a 2 here to get 2 power and move the Euphorites up. Euphorian.
Okay.
Up 1.
I'm going to go do this again. So another 2 water. Move the subterranean up again. Nope. On the allegiance track, babe. There we go.
So flip your card.
Yes. I can flip my card.
So if you have a subterranean card, you can flip it.
I have a subterranean card.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes.
So what do I want to do with this 1?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm going to bump myself. Roll. That's a 2. Pay a power to get a gold and a card, and I would like the
free
actually
book or
no,
the
I'm going to
glasses?
pay for glasses.
Okay.
So I'll pay 1 resource for glasses.
Ah, look, balloons.
Wow, dang it. And then I also get another gold.
That's not gold.
Sorry, that's a brick. Okay.
Are those two similar?
I just can't see them in the light right now.
Okay.
But I can see, well, they're different shapes. So
Yeah.
You're
Okay, I'm going to take my workers back. I'm going to just lose a morale. And 5, 6.
Nice.
7.
I'm going to. Oh, and this should have gone up when I did that.
Okay, so once he gets to the end, this will come off and there will be a new worker spot.
Exactly, which is exactly what I'm trying to get to. Question is, what do I want to do? Kind of want to use food. Yeah, I'm going to come over here and get some food. So we'll move the Wastelanders up 1, and I'm going to get 2 peaches.
I'm going to go here.
2 food, whatever you want to call it.
Get 2 peaches.
And you move the
I move
Wastelanders
it up 1.
Okay.
I do.
So if you had a Wastelander card, it would then flip. But
Derek does not, because he accidentally showed it to me earlier.
what? I did not. All right, I'm retrieving my workers, and I'm going to lose a morale. So I have 2. Means I can have 2 cards in my hand, which is exactly what I have. So I'm okay. Please don't lose a worker here. Oh, that's a great roll.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the few games where rolling ones is really good. Please roll low.
Now I'm going to go here. Take 2.
So Subterran moves up?
Yep, 2 water.
Okay. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to pay a food to gain a brick and a card. But I can't hold it, so I'm not going to gain the card.
Okay, I'm going to go to the water activation tank. So I will pay 3.
Whoa.
To get my 4th worker, I'm going to roll him. It's a 3.
Okay, okay. I'm going to go here to gain a water. Actually, 2 water, right?
I'm going to move it up.
And this is going to move up once. Okay.
You're the best. Because
I didn't want to do that, but I had to.
I'm going to take my 3, put it here, gain 2 water. And guess what? It is
2
now on the star.
stars.
I get to place 2 stars, 1 for each of my workers, since they are the same, on my people.
Nice.
That put me right back in the game.
Nice.
So now we are both at 5.
Okay. Water. What do I do with water? Yeah, here. So this is going to go up here. I pay a water. I get, I guess we're calling this like iron or something.
Iron.
Plus a card, but again, I can only hold 2 cards in my hand, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so you wouldn't even just gain it. Okay, so I'm going to retrieve mine. I'm going to pay Peach.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'm not going to pay Peach because I have plenty. I only have 1 card, so I'm going to go down 1 to take all 4. Mine, okay, roll low, please. 8. I lose 1, right? So that's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ah!
But hey, you
I
still have
just
3
got
workers.
my 4th worker.
You know what? They were talking amongst themselves. They were spreading rumors.
That's what happens when you have too many people together. They
That's
just
what
gossip.
happens. They're just causing trouble. They're becoming too knowledgeable.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm
Gotta
also...
keep my people dumb, apparently.
I'm retrieving my workers. I'm going to pay a food to gain 2 morale.
Okay.
Let me roll, please. Low, low, low. That's what I'm talking about. 4, 6, 8, 9.
Now what do I want to do? I will go... You know what? I might as well go here. I have a silver.
I'm going to follow in behind you with the brick.
Okay. So these are going to come back. So this is glasses, a water, and a bliss.
Yep,
and you
it
can
doesn't
move
matter
it. Yep.
what happens because we're both on there.
Yes. Okay, so you did that, so it's my turn.
Correct.
I'm going to go here, pay water, which I have in abundance, and I get a silver or iron and a card. I'm just going to take the cheap free one.
What do I want to do here? Okay, I'm going to go to this location, I'm going to pay 2 of the same type of artifact, which are 2 glasses, to place an authority star in this location, and it is now gone. You cannot place any more authorities in the subterranean territory.
So true.
That's my turn.
Okay. Then I am going to bump myself here. I'm going to pay a water. I'm going to take the silver resource, and I'm going to take this free card. Go 1, 2, 3. Balloons.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Nice. Let's see here. I'm going to go here and pay a gold.
I will go here.
No.
Pay that iron. We're going to flip this.
Okay. So we both get an authority marker there.
We do. So that's a book, a power, and a water. Okay, my turn?
No, because you went there after me.
Yeah,
I
you're right.
placed.
It's your turn.
Let's see here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go here to move this here. I pay a power. I then get a gold. I also get to draw a card. So nope, I want the balloon.
Okay.
And now I can pay for the other balloon now?
What?
Or
No, you just get 1 card.
you just get 1 card. Okay.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to go here. I'm going to trade in 2 books. And I'm going to place 1 here, finishing that off, and we're going to move the Euphoria up.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go up here to pay any 3 commodities to place a star and to move the Ichorite up. So this goes here.
Okay. I'm going to go here, bump myself.
A
6, 7. Okay, so I'm going to pay a water to gain this.
Oh, this came off last turn, so now we can gain 3 water in a turn.
And I get a card. I'm going to pay 1 to gain this teddy bear.
Okay. I'm going to retrieve my workers, losing a morale.
Okay.
So get all my workers back. Let's roll them. Wow, look at that. 4, 7, 10, 11. So I'm okay.
I'm going to use my turn to do my ethical dilemma.
Whoa.
I am going to pay my teddy bear, and I'm going to put my star on here. I'm going to be, a good little person and accept my assigned match instead of going and finding my true love.
I'm going to gain 3 water.
Oh man, it is down to the wire. We both have 1 authority token left. Man. What I do here, it's really important. Unless you have the resource you need. I don't know. It's so difficult. What is this? Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to bump myself. What is a 6?
Okay.
To pay water. Take 1 of these. I'm going to pay my other water to get this book.
Okay.
This goes down. This goes here. Okay.
I'm going to go here to bump you, pay a water, get this and a card, give me the balloon.
I'm going to pay 1.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to put my 3 here. I'm going to pay 2 books to place my last authority. Move the Wastelanders up.
You're the worst.
This is my first time winning Euphoria.
You're the worst. I was gonna win next turn. 2 balloons.
To pretty much one of those spaces.
Yeah, to anywhere. I mean,
I was
gonna go
exactly
here,
what I was gonna
or I
do.
was gonna go up here. Like, you were 1 turn away from me.
I have never won this game. I've always been dead last. So this feels really good.
What a tight game. It's always like this.
Yes.
All right, let's jump into our
Review
talking heads.
portion.
And we're going to do our review of Euphoria and the new expansion, Ignorance is Bliss. All right, so we are back, and now we're going to just have a little chat. Talk about what we think about Euphoria and the new expansion specifically, but also the new printing of Euphoria with the game trays, which are amazing.
Okay,
cat's out of the bag.
If you've ever seen anything we've ever done talking about inserts, we love game trays, so that's no secret. So obviously they elevate the gameplay. We have the resources really easy to get out. It stores all the cards and the market tiles in the box really well so they don't shift around.
A game trays to me elevates a game by quite a margin because it leads to faster setup and faster teardown. And to me, when you can get to that, it makes a game far more easier to play, and it means that it's going to get played more often.
Yep. And if you're gaming in a day, it means you have the ability to play more games in a row because you're not spending an hour tearing down and setting up games in between.
Well, an hour maybe.
Well,
in
depending
some games,
on what game it is.
In some games that's
if
true.
Wasteland Express did not have game trays, that game would be a disaster.
It would take much longer to set up, that's for sure.
There's so many different pieces.
Let's talk about the expansion to Euphoria. So Ignorance is Bliss. What'd you think about it?
I like the market. I like that you have the ability to pay to get the same resources. So as you can see, there was a lot of the same ones out there. So having the ability to know that you're going to get the double resources makes it a lot easier to use those areas where you can turn in 2 instead of 3.
It makes it a far more strategic game instead of being, okay, reacting to what I'm drawing from the artifact deck.
Yeah.
Now I can see what's out there, and now I can plan ahead and draw those.
That's way better.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And you'll notice that because of that market, you'll be able to place authority tokens.
I can't see where you're pointing.
Oh, that's true. You'll be able to place authority tokens in the territories far more easier.
Yes. That was a lot harder in the base game. And another thing, we didn't talk about it, but the board, it has spaces on the tunnels varying by player count. So before, it was all just one big long tunnel. Everyone started at the beginning. Now, if it's a 2-player game, you start closer down. So the tunnels are more likely to be built. In the other games, when we played without Ignorance is Bliss, the tunnels never got built in a 2-player game because there weren't enough. I mean, you would have to
go there enough. Yeah, it would have to be like continually going there turn after turn after turn.
So I like that because it makes it a lot easier to build your second recruit. It makes it a lot easier to unlock those spaces at the end, which are so great to use.
Absolutely. That's a big positive for this expansion specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were playing on the expansion board.
Mm-hmm.
So we were playing on the board that is meant, it was printed just for the expansion. In the expansion, it came with stickers that you could use on your pre-existing original board.
So either way, that changes with the expansion, whether you get the new board or not.
Correct. I honestly think, though, that I'm not a huge stickers person, so if they're not like perfectly sitting on the board, then it's going to bug me. I'm a little OCD that way. So I think that having this pre-printed board is almost a necessity at this point. Like,
I'm the opposite. I'm like, you have stickers? That's awesome. Let me put them on there. Like, perfect.
Let me say that I think the expansion is a must.
Yes.
I will not play the base Euphoria without the expansion at this point because it changed some things in the game that I felt that needed to be changed with the market for the artifacts, with the starting tunnel locations, and then also it really just increases the variety and replayability with all of the new recruits.
So I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but when you play the expansion, the recruits and the markets are different from the base game, and you only play with either the expansion or the base game. So all the recruits we had, all the markets out there, they were all just from the Euphoria Ignorance is Bliss expansion. You don't intermingle those. And they're clearly marked on the tiles and the cards so that you know if they're part of the base or part of the expansion.
Absolutely. So I really thoroughly am enjoying this expansion, and I'm excited to show it to more people. I think that if you are already a fan of Euphoria, this is a no-brainer. Like, this is going to elevate the game for you. And I think if you, but on the flip side of that, if you weren't a fan of Euphoria to begin with, I think that you should play the expansion. And I think you should give it a chance to see if some of the things that you didn't like about the base game changes with the addition of the expansion.
Absolutely, yeah. So we like the base game. We think it's a really great game. Probably just the base game at 2-player, not so great.
For sure.
Because, again, like we said, it was harder to get to some of the spaces. There wasn't enough competition for it. But we do not talk about it much, but the expansion also adds in an Automa, so it has a single-player mode.
Automata, which is the, I mean, that's just the Stonemaiers.
Yes.
The Automa, yeah.
I read about this because I was reading the rulebook, and it says that they chose Automa because it is from the Italian version, since viticulture was Italian. They went with, like, the Italian derivative of that name.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All of the games that Stonemaier puts out with the Automa system is fantastic. And so it's a very easy system to incorporate as well. Like it really just, instead of forcing you to make decisions, it's really just telling you what to do for the automa. So it's like, okay, it's going to do this, then it's going to do this, and you're just going to take those actions and play them out. Just like in Scythe, or even in, I believe Viticulture has an automa potentially.
I think so.
It might.
I think
I know
they do.
Scythe for sure.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to play a game with more than 2 people and you want to simulate that, that's a great way of doing it.
So you can do it if you're playing by yourself. You can add 1 or 2. Again, if you're playing a 2-player, you could do 3 or 4. So depending on how busy you want the board to get.
Yeah, I mean, overall, very, very happy with the production quality of the new reprint of Euphoria. And again, the Ignorance and Bliss expansion, it hits everything that I want in an expansion. You know, when and Lizzy and I talk about this all the time, like
He does.
an expansion should elevate and lift up the gameplay and make the game better, while still adding to the base game and still making it still feel the same a little bit.
Yeah, it shouldn't completely change it. Like, oh, this is a totally different game with the expansion.
Because
At least I don't feel like that's what it is. I want the game to remain true to itself. I just want a few updates, make it a little better, little changes.
100%. I'm right there with you, and I think this is exactly what this game does. So hats off to Stonemaier, and we really appreciate sending us a review copy of the game, and we're thankful that we were able to get this reviewed.
Yep. So we hope you enjoyed our playthrough and review of Euphoria, Ignorance is Bliss. If it sounds like something you'd like to check out, it is for sale now, so you can get it on the Stonemaier website or through your friendly local game store or online.
It's true. And don't forget, the Stonemaier Champion Program is a great program. We are a part of it. You get free shipping. You get early access for pre-orders. It is a great program, and if you're not already in it, I would highly recommend.
If you order anything from their website, it's worth it. It's what, $15? $12?
$12 or $15.
Somewhere in there.
It's right
I mean,
there. It's less than $20.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching.
See you next time.